What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some Destiny 2 news in the form of This Week at Bungie. They talk briefly about the patch they'll be dropping next week. On top of this, the launch of the Eater of Worlds raid tomorrow. The first faction rally of Season 2 is about to begin, and they give us a preview of some of the gear. And they also talk about the Prometheus lens bug, which they intend to fix very soon. So jumping straight in, they talk about Update 1.1, which has just dropped, and the fact that they have another update next week, Update 1.1.1, which should be landing on December the 12th. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but of course the Eater of Worlds raid lair does go live tomorrow on Friday, December the 8th at 10 AM Pacific. And they confirm that they will be keeping track of who gets world first completion for this raid. Of course, I will keep you guys posted on kind of encounter guides and the new gear and everything like that. Next week though, the faction rally is going to return. So the first faction rally for Season 2 begins on December 12th, running up until December 19th. This time the armor that we've won from our leaders will have new ornaments, and we can apply them to make them look even more awesome. And they give us a screenshot right here, which also features the new Dead Orbit ship right there, which is pretty neat. And those are also the Dead Orbit armor ornaments. We can see the FWC armor ornaments as well, which are really cool. And then finally, the new Monarchy stuff, equally pretty awesome. Of course, they reiterate that the faction that awards the most engrams will be declared the winner during the victory week. And these will be the featured weapons. So we have the Dead Orbit assault rifle right there, which is a Viced style weapon. We also have the FWC auto rifle, which is pretty cool. And I believe that is a new Monarchy scout rifle as well, which is pretty interesting. So we've seen a couple for new Monarchy already. And they reiterate that so far we've seen Dead Orbit and new Monarchy win, and it'll be interesting to see if FWC can get the win this time around, or which faction is actually victorious, based on the gear of course, which we haven't actually had a detailed look at just yet. Up next though, they talk about some of the kind of patch note stuff and balance. So this is from John Wisniewski. He says, the first item of business we know about the Prometheus lens, it's not what we intended. The weapon shipped with a bug, which we intend to fix with update 1.1.1, along with everything else in the December update. Until then, please go easy on the players who have yet to get their hands on one. We know you won't, but it's been said. So very, very brief response right there. There isn't going to be a change over the weekend. It looks like next week is when we'll finally get an update to that weapon. So pretty frustrating for some players for sure. I mean, I don't have the weapon personally, and you know, I wouldn't necessarily enjoy running around in the Crucible just using that weapon. And right now, if you've been in there, you'll know that it's, you know, absolutely ridiculous. Everyone is using that thing because obviously it's incredibly powerful. Can't really blame the players though. This of course is Bungie's responsibility. So looks like next week will be the fix for that. But John Wisniewski does go on to talk about the rest of the Sandbox, who says whether you're a long-time player or reading one of these for the first time, we're glad to have the chance to give you a quick update on the first of many Destiny 2 tuning passes. Our process for making these changes relies on a combination of absorbing raw player feedback, consulting detailed player data, and reconciling those learnings with our own experiences as players of the game. We then playtest and fine-tune those changes we make as much as possible. In terms of DPS output, our data from the first few months of gameplay is showing that various categories of weapons are reasonably balanced. A resounding theme from players has been to address the stronger outliers without making them too weak or changing their identity. We agree, and we hope this update reflects that. So of course he's talking in reference to the update that we've just had. So he says they took a calculated and stable approach for this past update, but we'll see how this one plays out in the wild and reevaluate going forward. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get any more kind of tuning changes to the game, and for Prometheus Lens itself, it's going to be at least a few more days. Up next though, they talk about how Masterworks will be implemented next week, and this is in an attempt to add more value to rewards that can be obtained from a variety of sources, including gear from endgame activities. But in early 2018, they're going to be looking at how raid rewards can be updated to create a more meaningful experience. How exactly this will be realized in game is something they'll detail closer to deployment, but this is one example of feedback being investigated by the team. We'll talk more about the changes you can look forward to in the new year once it arrives. For now though, that sums up this update guys. Tomorrow of course the raid launches and we'll get Xur later on in the day. It'll be interesting to see what he sells this week, maybe the Prometheus lens if Bungie dare. But let me know your thoughts on this stuff in the comment section. Of course we get to look forward to a faction rally next week, which is always good. If you have enjoyed the video though, a like is very much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see more Destiny 2 content. For now though, have an awesome day.